I have tried so many times over the past few years to explain my choice of gender pronouns to y'all on this app, but so many people still seem confused. So this is my last and final attempt to do so because I think I finally got it, okay? I am she, her, but only in the way that you refer to a boat. And I'm he, him, but really only in the way that you see a dog walking across the street. And I'm they, them, because I know you can sense that there are multiple personalities fighting for control.
She's fit for a straitjacket. This broad's 3 ways towards the weekend.
So that young lady we just heard from in the first clip said that so many people have been confused about her gender pronouns over the past few years. Then she tells us that she uses he, him pronouns. I think she's the one that's confused. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a very quick and very crazy weekend Clown World update for you guys today, and as usual, we have very little time to waste, so let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. Now, if you've ever wondered what a demisexual transbian furry looks like, meet Lauren. I suppose the animal ears would explain the whole furry part of Lauren's identity, right?
Look at this fucking guy.
So recently, the Democrat Party has embarked on this mission to try to win back men. So we're going to keep it moving with this clip from a podcast featuring Olivia Giuliana, who is basically the female Harry Sisson, except morbidly obese, talking about how the Democrats are going to do that. Roll it.
The reason why Republican messaging resonates with men is because men want bad things, right? It's like men want to have sex and like own women, right? Like they want to dominate everybody. And Republicans say, you get to do that. And then Democrats can't say that. So we just lost men, it's over, right? Like, what are you talking about? Like a lot of times it will be men that are liberals who will like agree with that shit. I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like there's a lot of men that don't think that way, obviously. And it's just such a negative view to take on like half of the human race.
Well, I also think it's just so abundantly clear that the people who say these things don't actually spend time talking to young men. You know this because we know each other in real life, but I spend a lot of time on college campuses. And I spend a lot of time with
young men.
I love young men. I love frat guys. And in that, I realized, like, even the ones that identify as conservative are almost always pro-choice. They're almost always pro-gay marriage. You'd be surprised at the number of them who supported Black Lives Matter. And so I feel like people just kind of lump them into this box when the truth is, again, a lot of them are with us on the issues. They're just not part of our coalition because they feel like they're not welcomed in it.
God damn, that's a big bitch.
Now, I don't think the Democrat Party with people like Olivia Giuliana and Harry Sisson are going to be winning back the hearts and minds of young men anytime soon. But it's not just because of their activist foot soldiers, it's because of policies like this. Roll it.
A transgender 16-year-old girl is set to compete in California's high school track and field championship this weekend, and it has reignited a controversy over trans girls and women in sports. High school junior A.B. Hernandez has qualified for the long jump and the triple jump, but her success has drawn the attention of President Donald Trump. Trump has threatened to withhold federal funding from California if she competes this weekend. It's the latest example of Trump using funding to push his own agenda. California has allowed transgender students to compete in categories according to their gender identity since 2013. But this week, the state's High School Sports Federation introduced a temporary rule that would allow an extra slot for cisgender girls in competitions where a transgender girl also qualifies. They say that this way, all of the athletes will get an opportunity to compete. California Governor Gavin Newsom called this a reasonable compromise, but back in March, he had said that participation of trans athletes in high school sports raised an issue of fairness. Now, the Justice Department is investigating whether the California law that allows transgender girls to play in girls' sports is a violation of Title IX, a law that prohibits sex-based discrimination at schools that receive federal aid. This weekend, should Hernandez place in any of the 3 events that she's set to compete in, the Federation says that, quote, a biological female student athlete who would have earned a specific placement on the podium will also be awarded the medal for that place. In an interview with Capital in Maine, Hernandez was asked if people protesting her participation bothered her at competitions.
Is that even registering as you're competing?
Honestly, no. I'm still a child. You're an adult, and for you to act like a child shows how you are as a person.
Well, she's a guy, so.
And next up, we have this fella who clearly spends far too much time on Reddit and watching MSNBC. Roll it.
Like, we're literally gonna be shipped off onto fucking, like, trains, going to camps, and, like, cis people will still be like, well, maybe should trans people be allowed to play in women's sports? Like,
whatever, dude. Whatever. Peace. God bless.
And next up, we have a broken man who is upset that the dating pool is only broken men. Whatever. Roll it.
This is to all my trans women out there. That you know that we deserve love. That we deserve such a pure love because we love so hard. And if you feel in your soul that man is not working, listen to it. Listen to it. Protect yourself. These men aren't fucking shit. They're not fucking shit. I am so sick and tired of nurturing these broken fucking men who literally have nothing to offer but stress and heartache. I am done. We may not be able to give you a fucking biological baby, but no matter what, the love that we give to certain people in our lives will fulfill that more than fucking blood. Cause you know why? Our community has proven that time and time again. I don't need a man who is basing love off fucking science. And for that, I am done. I am done giving my love to these fucking men. You act like a little bitch right now.
Hey guys, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen. Here we have some kind of mermaid collective. And my only question is, what the hell are they feeding the mermaids these days? Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by our first sponsor is none other than Pastor Bob Rogers. And our second sponsor for today's video is Stunning Steve Wyatt. Pastor Bob and Stunning Steve, thank you both so much for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate the support. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. And I think we've all seen enough of these very well-fed mermaids for one day. Get this off the screen, please. Oof.
You're all a bunch of fat fucking pigs.
Now, some of you hardworking, tax-paying citizens might get a little angry after watching this next clip, so let me give you a bit of good news before we play it. This young lady got arrested for food stamp fraud shortly after releasing this video. Roll it.
Maybe when people be like, girl, how you get food stamps? I wish I get food stamps. Bitch, you better start lying. Bitch, that lady called me and said, ma'am, I said, yes, ma'am. She gonna say, what's your address? I said, ma'am, I don't have no address. I've been homeless for 3, 4, 5 months. I have nothing. My family won't let me stay with them, ma'am. I'm starving. While I'm kicked back in a motherfucking 3-bedroom and everything, living lovely. Then she gonna say, ma'am, what's your job title? I don't say, ma'am, they won't hire me anywhere. I don't have no job. I've been putting application after application and just like nothing work. Yeah, that lady was on the phone. She said, ma'am, I'm so sorry for all of this that you're going through. She said, we just shipped your card out. You should have about $1,000 on your card from last month and this month, and your balance and your payment every month is gonna be $300. And bitch, I was like, thank you so much, ma'am. Like, you just don't understand how hungry I've been. Let me tell y'all something. This was wrong with y'all. I know y'all mama ain't tell y'all. Bitch, you don't gotta tell everybody the motherfucking truth.
You lying ass bitch.
Now, in the last video, I played a clip of trans activist Lilly Tino bragging about using the ladies' restroom at Disney World, and it appears he's still there making content. Roll it.
I think Disney's going to ban me for this one. My corn dog is still intact. I'm not happy about that, but sadly it takes a long time to turn a corn dog into a inverted corn dog. I do hair removal every week for 2 hours straight. It is not fun or easy, but once that is finally done, hopefully by the end of the year, they are going to take my corn dog. These ears do not want to stay on. They are going to cut it down the middle. This is not the best knife for this. They will then take off the outer lining of the corn dog. Okay, I'm actually impressed that I'm doing this good of a job. Like so. Flip it inside out and make something of a tunnel. This tunnel will then become, well, you know, my hands are disgusting. Now you might be asking why I would do this or why anyone would do this. It sounds not fun. And I agree with you. I'm not looking forward to that recovery process. But know that this is not a decision that any of us take lightly. Our corn dogs do serve a purpose, but at the end of the day, I just don't like having it. It's not me. I look at it in the mirror and it's like, ugh, can we do something about that? And it turns out we can. But until then, I am making the most of my final days with my corn dog. Farewell to this thing that has served me not very well, but is what I was born with. It did its duty. R.I.P. I'm blown.
Oh, that was the grossest thing I've ever heard in my life.
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up with this crazy clip of former Vice President Joe Biden being asked by a reporter about his cognitive decline in the book that Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson recently released about the cover-up. And what's his response? That he could beat the hell out of both of them. Anyway, things are clearly getting very crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
There's been a lot of discussion recently about your mental and physical capabilities while you were in office.
You can see that. I'm mentally incompetent, and I can't walk, and I could beat the hell out of both of them.
Well, do you want to reply to any of those reports, and also to the fact that there are some Democrats who are now questioning whether you should have run for re-election in the first place?
Why didn't you run against me then? You got beaten.
What did you say? What the f*** did you just say?
You can see that. I'm mentally incompetent, and I can't walk, and I could beat the hell out of both of them.
Is he out of his f***ing mind?
2, 10, 12, 15. Whoops, stepping on them. It's black. Anyway.